Hello, my name's Jim. I live in North America. I'm on the west coast of the United States, and I've recently completed a 50 kilowatt battery upgrade on my 2013 Nissan Leaf. You've probably watched some of the same videos I did from Cora on her YouTube channel as part of your research to consider upgrading your own battery in your Leaf. And so rather than repeating those videos and showing my own version of what you've already seen, I thought I'd spend just a little bit of time talking about lessons learned and things that may help you when you decide to do your project. And before I get into that, I just wanted to also make a few comments about Cora and the team behind her at VIVNE in China. I did a lot of research before I selected a battery from them, and at first I was nervous about getting something from China and the freight and all the tariff wars. So I spent a lot of time watching those videos and doing my research, and I really came to the conclusion that the company made a good product, and I can say without any hesitation, I'm very, very happy with the upgrade. And not just the quality of the product, which was every bit as good as I expected, but also the company. Cora and the team were extremely helpful, including a mistake a friend who was helping me with the build did. He accidentally arced an electrical charge from a plug to the BMS and ruined the BMS. So I had to send my BMS back, and that was on me. And yet Cora immediately put a reflash new BMS, fast DHL freight to me. I got it in a matter of 4 days and was able to keep going. So just can't say enough about the excellent support from her team. I also built one of these battery backup systems that you see here, and utilized the leftover batteries from the old Leaf. And that too involved some conversations with them about what inverters they recommended I use in connecting it to my house as a backup system. I'll just close with saying have no hesitation at all about the quality of the product or the quality of the company and their backup and support. So now on to the Leaf and the project. Okay, so the first thing I wanted to show you was this lift. Many of the videos people are using conventional car lifts, and I in fact had access to a full car lift, but chose to rent this device instead. And I really can't recommend this enough, because not only did it allow me to do it here at home in my garage, but it ended up serving two purposes. In its current configuration, this is how I used it when the battery was on the pallet and I was, installing the battery wiring, connecting all the pieces, putting in the BMS, etc., doing the actual battery work. But you can also use it in its down on the floor mode, like a regular pallet jack. And this was really handy, pulling the battery out of the car and also using it to, keeping it on the floor so it would be easy to shift the heavy batteries out of the crates that they came in into the cases, which of course is one of the first steps you perform in the upgrade. So it's pretty cool. It's called a high lift pallet jack. And if one's available to you in your area, I would really recommend using it. It's extremely maneuverable. So as you go to put the battery back in the car, moving it a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right, in and out, whatever you need to do, you can adjust it and move it in and out very quickly. So this tool really was a godsend. I found it at a local rental. And it wasn't carried everywhere. So it wasn't easy to find. I kind of stumbled across it and super happy I found it. Again, it's called a high lift pallet jack. So it's just like any other pallet jack, except it lifts up. I think this one goes up to close to 31 inches in the air. A few final tips would be take all the packaging out. Each box has a packing list in it, and you'll find that everything that's on the packing list is in the box. I left the batteries because they're heavy in each of their boxes, but I did unpack everything else. But when you lay it all out, you'll find you have everything that you need. Follow the videos carefully. I got a PDF from Cora as well, which is probably a good idea because I was able to just go along with the video and the documentation and just check it off with a marker as I made sure I did everything that was specified in the video and also matching in the documentation. Just a good way to be thorough and make sure I got it right. One area where I had a little bit of difficulty is the battery test, or the battery verification test. You can do all the battery test and do the whole process of pulling it up on your Leaf Spy by acquiring a test harness, which is not inexpensive. They're over $200 US. So, but the idea is if you hook up the test harness to a 12-volt battery source, you can do all of the tests with the battery outside of the car. In my case, I have the recommended ODB2 dongle for the Leaf, and it's been working flawlessly in my Leaf since the day I installed it. So it's a good dongle. It was on the recommended list from the software maker themselves, and when I used it with the test harness, it was unable to connect to Bluetooth. And so I ended up having to not use the test harness and sort of partially install the battery. I didn't seal up the case, but I had to put the case on the top, roll it under the car, jack it up in, and connect the cables, and then use my Leaf Spy inside the car and do all the testing and verification from within the car. It wasn't a huge problem, but it was a little bit of a pain. If you order the test harness, and I think you should because it will make your life easier, ask Cora to ship with it a dongle that they've tested as being compatible. That would be really my only other final, sort of recommendation. I hope you guys all have the same kind of success I had with mine. Mine was an early Leaf. It's a 2013, so it only had a 24 kilowatt battery, which had depleted down to like 52%. So I had 12.5 kilowatts, which is great for my battery backup system, but wasn't too good in the car. I was only getting, like 35 miles, which I can't do the math really quickly here, but it's probably like 50 to 55 kilometers. So it wasn't very far at all that I could go on a charge. And I now have 200 miles on the 100% charged Leaf. And I'm looking forward to being able to drive it with a lot more range than I had before. So with that, I wish you all luck with your own upgrade. Have no hesitation in doing this. It's a fun project, and any support and guidance you need, you can get from Cora and her team at VIVNE.